Kilimanjaro did not start with a desire to climb a mountain. It started many years ago with motherhood and values. See, just over 10 years ago, I had 2 small kids at home. I knew something about their future. I knew they would have comfort, they would have safety, and they would have opportunities. I didn't want them to be entitled to that. I wanted them grounded and compassionate and understand just how fortunate they really are. But opportunities to bring small children to do philanthropy work is very limited. So we started small. We started by collecting necessities, filling shoe boxes, and giving them to an organization downtown to distribute to homeless people called the Soup Mobile. What started as a small project for our family became a rhythm. We just finished our 11th year. But what shaped us the most was not a charity event, it was a person. He used to stand on the corner by our house where we used to live. And what started as a stranger became a friend, one stoplight at a time. We'd roll down the window, hand out a snack or a bottle of water, and we learned that his name was Mr. Allen, and he became our friend, part of our family story. Over the years, my kids would draw him pictures and he would safely tuck them in his Bible. Sometimes he would pray with us and he would always remind me how blessed I am and what a great job I was doing with my kids. One day my son came home from preschool. I picked him up and he had 2 little rubber band bracelets in the shape of giraffes. If you're not familiar with these, they were all the rage in preschool back then. They were like friendship bracelets. And you would give one to a friend and you would keep one. Well, he got the giraffes. They were his favorite. He'd been waiting for these. So being the good mom I am, I got real serious and I said, "Oh, buddy, I'm so excited you got your favorite animal. And I'm so excited you're gonna give the other one to your best friend, your mom." His face fell. He was so distraught. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror. He didn't want to be mean, but he did not want to give his mom that bracelet. Let him squirm for a few minutes. I said, "It's okay, buddy. You give that giraffe to any friend that you want." Well, the next day, we see Mr. Allen. We roll down the window to say hi, and he starts screaming, "Mr. Allen, Mr. Allen, I have a present for you." And he took the little giraffe off his wrist, and he gave it to me. And I knew how important that was to him. And I'm crying in the front seat. And every time we saw Mr. Allen after that, he was wearing this giraffe. I knew he had health problems. He had been in the hospital a couple times that I knew of. But over COVID, he simply disappeared. We never saw him again. We looked for him, we asked around the fast food restaurants. No one knew what happened to him. But we still talk about him. Because he taught my kids something that I never could have. That people are not problems to solve. They're neighbors to get to know. Fast forward, I'm at a chamber event a couple of years ago, and I meet 2 individuals that works for an organization called Metro Relief. This is a nonprofit in the colony that serve the homeless. And we immediately clicked, of course. I started donating supplies. I took my now much older children out on their street outreach bus to meet with people face to face. And we've gone to their Christmas gala 2 years in a row now. Metro Relief, they don't just give handouts. They meet people where they are consistently, compassionately, partner with them, see people. Then they invited me to climb a little mountain called Kilimanjaro in Africa to raise money and awareness to the issue in our community. And of course, I have to admit, I said no. It was 4 weeks away. I wasn't ready to climb a mountain or raise a bunch of money. But I said, you know what? If you do it next year, I'm in. My husband and I had hiked the Colorado Trail a few summers ago. We had the gear, we loved the adventure, we had a blast. So the opportunity came around. We are 15 days away from leaving for Mount Kilimanjaro. I have shared with you all a couple of months ago my first fundraising opportunity that I didn't know was an opportunity. It was really a miracle story of my first $1,500 donation. I've now raised over $10,000. I am still prayerfully fundraising for that. But in 15 days, I will get on a plane and do this. And it's really not about proving anything. It's just about seeing people in our community using the gifts and talents and strength that I do have. It's about aligning something I love with something I really care about. Because compassion met me at a stoplight all those years ago, and this year it'll meet me on a mountain. And that, my friends, is why